Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Pitstop Fracas. I'm your host here today to talk about F1 the movie. So F1 we done like a little day premiere on Monday, which none of us managed to see, but officially came out on Wednesday. So at least three of us have managed to see the movie, and we have a wavering different of thoughts and opinions on the movie that's just kind of divided opinion of across the board. Here to help me today with this review is none other than Mahad. Mahad, how are we doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. Formula One's Hollywood now, bro. You see how you got DTS era? You're gonna have F1 movie era now. That's good. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, you're an F1 movie fan, yeah.
I say Clash of the Eras.
Is that how you got in the sport? Yeah. Clash of the Eras, man.
Bit off. I love it. Yeah. And here today to help me also with the view is another down the ranch. How we doing today, bro?
I'm a bit disappointed, man. We were out there in Abu Dhabi last year. Didn't see no cameos in the movie, bro. Cameos were flying around. We didn't make the cut.
They'll say from gang signs up in the air. I did that. Got edited out. It's crazy, man. They're supposed to promote, diversity and all that. Damn, we're not DEI enough. That's crazy.
Bro, I was in the cinema at midnight, yeah, watching this movie. I didn't get to see myself. Disappointed.
Fun. I'm fuming. Did you even get the picture of me, you, and Damson in the pit lane, man?
Hey, Richard, remember what I told you on the way to Abu Dhabi, yeah? That we saw him driving to the circuit, bro.
I couldn't see him. You man said you saw him. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like,
the bus, yeah, I could see man in the whip. I was like, if we hadn't got on the bus, you would have heard me yell out Damson, bro. You know what I mean?
Banging on the window.
Bro, that would have been a story for the ages.
Bam. F1 folklore right there, bro. I'll tell you. But yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Oh god, where's the banner? Oh shit, the banner's dropped. Yeah, anyways. F1 the movie. Cool. So I was the first one out of lot to see it. I just put it out to you. I said I'm reserving opinions until do the pod. These man had seen it on Wednesday. Chris just seen it last night at midnight because he's sicko, on brand for him. So, because Chris has seen it the most recently, I'm going to come to you first. So, Chris, what rating would you give it out of 10? And also, tell me some of the things that you liked and some of the things that you didn't like about the movie.
It's hard because it's like my expectations weren't that high. So, like, I'm giving it a 7 because it's a motorsport movie. It had a lot of limitations and they did the best that 6.5/7. They did the best they could. What I liked was just the visuals. Like the visuals were immense. And it was one thing where, like, obviously I saw it at midnight because it was the only way to get good seats in IMAX, bro. Like all the other sessions, it was done. It was done now. Like I'm not sitting on the front row to the right in the corner. And yeah, it looked really, really good. What I didn't like was the plot, and there's like bare elements missing and story ties that are just all over the place. But we'll get into that, and you understand that if you've watched the movie, you understand what I mean by just that the story's a bit all over the place and there's bare parts just cut out.
Yeah, agreed. Mahad, your thoughts on the movie?
I think I'll say visually, with all the onboards, everything that they did, I think this is the same director that did Top Gun as well, isn't it? So the visuals, I think this is the best racing visually. Best racing movie visually that's ever been. Right? But and the acting was decent. Obviously you got big stars. I think everybody even played their role. Even the background characters, they acted well. It's just the script, man. Let it down, man. In the sense of, and I'm not even talking about how hyper real if it's realistic to what actually F1 is and stuff like that. I'm just talking about just in general for a film. I just don't think it tied everything together. It felt a bit disjointed. So for me, like if you're just a person that doesn't watch Formula One and you watch that as a movie, if you're not watching it on IMAX, let's say you're watching it at home 10 years down the line from now, You're watching it on Netflix. You've never seen it before. You'd think the storyline's a bit cheesy. It's not all that. The visuals, you won't even benefit from it unless you're watching it on a sick TV. So for me, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, for me, I thought the best part was the cinematography. Yeah, as I said, the camera angles, the visuals, the skinning of the Apex cars into other cars and stuff like that. It makes you think like, oh, were they actually racing these, man? Like, I didn't know that. So yeah, I thought they cooked there 100%. So it's like, yeah, I wasn't feeling. I'll be honest, I didn't warm to any of the characters, which sounds weird for the movie, but I just thought it was a bit too, I want to say Americanized, if that makes sense. It was very overly corny and cheesy at times. I mean, I didn't want to be overly harsh with it because I expected some Hollywood season because it's a Hollywood film, obviously. But it was a bit overkill at times, which kind of done my head in. The pacing was good of the movie. I didn't think there was too many like dead spots, to be honest. Even though there was weird scenarios, like we didn't get no quality action, which I didn't get that, to be honest with you. But we got other stuff like Brad at Daytona, which I thought the visuals of that were really, really good as well, to be fair. Yeah, I was like almost more impressed with that than the F1 segments, to be honest with you, which is quite funny. For IMSA to get more prop than F1 and F1 movie, but yeah, here we are. Yeah, the Daytona bit was really, really good. I enjoyed that, to be honest with you. And yeah, I think it's a decent movie. I think it is carried by the visuals a lot, and also I guess the star power, if you will. But yeah, the dialogue, some of the scenes as well, it was a bit like, is that necessary? Like, it was a bit like, yeah, and even stuff like we understood Brad's well, yeah, I'm just gonna say the real names because I can't be saying the character names. We even understand Brad's background of how he got to where he got to, but with Damson, we didn't get that. And I don't understand why. Like, how is that man can afford a yard in Imperial Wharf? Like, some a bit of context of that would be nice. Like, we didn't get he started like this in kart and then he had setbacks and whatever. It was just a case of he's a rookie in F1 and that's it. There's no sort of like way to be more attached to him, if that makes sense. So yeah, I thought I'll give it like 7.5 actually, to be honest with you, because it is watchable, and I said the visuals and the aspects of it is like really, really like top. But yeah, there are stuff that lets it down from it being higher, to be honest with you. So yeah, but yeah, yeah. So let's talk about what I don't know what we didn't like then. What stuff that we wasn't too overly keen on that you thought maybe if you thought it was a bit too unrealistic or you just thought was that necessary or it was just a bit too corny. I'll come to you, Mahad.
Do you know what? I think for me, like, it's not something that I was like, oh my god, I dislike it, whatever. I just thought a lot of things were like a little bit cliche. Or who's shagging their technical director? What's going on in these streets, bro? Let's keep it 100. You could have done like another storyline there. If there was like a love interest, you could have said, oh yeah, Franklin Sate was with a love interest or whatever. That made sense. Or he fell in love with one. Brad Pitt fell in love with one of the marketing women or whatever. The technical director, get in the wind tunnel. What are you doing, shagging? What's going on? Let's keep it 100, man.
We can't say it's unrealistic. Look at Red Bull and Horner allegedly.
Yeah, but that's a PA.
Look at the Easter egg. That's the science. Shit. You can't
They saw that and added to the plot, bro. They saw the Horner allegations come out and said, "Yeah, we're adding
who is that for though? Who is that storyline for?
The casuals. They love that shit.
It's not casual. Is it for the people that not interested in racing? Oh, I'm invested in this storyline. Because even that wasn't done properly then.
Oh no.
Do you not understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, we know what you're saying.
So I don't really get what did that add? And it's a bit misogynistic at the same time. I'm not really understanding or feeling it. They could have just focused on Formula One is very interesting. You could have focused on something else that's going on in Formula One that could have intrigued them. They only briefly talked about the protests with the FIA and stuff like that, and you could have focused on that a little bit more. You could have focused more on the technical development. You could have focused more on the driving. You know what I'm saying? You could have maybe created a rivalry with another driver that's on the grid. I don't know if it got clearance to get somebody. I don't know. I don't know if Dominicali would have been like, "You man are not allowed to talk to the other drivers." Who knows? But I just really felt like there was. First of all, I don't know why they kept on beefing for Verstappen and Perez in the movie.
That was
why they always not a Ferrari, not a McLaren. They're beefing Perez and Verstappen at all times, bro.
No, I'm Magnussen.
And Magnussen. But why those three? Verstappen must be pissed. Verstappen don't like, from what I'm seeing in the media and stuff like that, Verstappen don't care about this movie. He didn't even turn up to the premieres or nothing. He don't care. Yeah. But they made him like, yeah.
But we know what Verstappen's on. He's on niche, bro. If he's not driving,
they made him like one of the main driver focuses.
Yeah, because he's world champion. That's it's the responsibility you bear as world
face
champion.
Of the sport.
It's like you know the really crap movie. I say it's crap, but I love it. You know the movie Driven. You know the main villain, that driver, the main villain.
Yeah,
that's Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, because they're always like basing it on something. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to say he's Schumacher, Verstappen, basically.
Yeah,
he's the very best of the best.
You're the very best of the best.
They had the scenes of when Brad Pitt was racing against Senna and that, which is just crazy when you think about it.
That's hilarious.
How you that old? This ain't even just like Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso old. We're talking about before I was born. I was racing out here before I was born. How unrealistic? So how old was Brad Pitt supposed to be?
Apparently, supposed to be like 55, something like that. Supposedly,
he's supposed to be around Michael Schumacher's age. So Michael Schumacher's his age.
So he's saying he was a hot shot when Senna was the top guy.
Yeah,
like same way like Schumacher was the up and coming guy.
So it's like he's supposed to be like Michael Schumacher, but that never made it because he broke his back.
Martin Brundle.
So I'm supposed to believe a guy that was going toe to toe, with Jean Alesi was going toe to toe with Verstappen.
He's beefing Johnny Herbert, bro. That's what he was doing.
Johnny Herbert and them, man. Villeneuve. The guy, he's beefing them, man.
No, Ricardo Patrese.
Even before that.
It was before Verstappen's dad, bro.
We're talking about Rookie Hakkinen.
Yeah. Rubens Barrichello, fresh out the joint.
Coulthard, Young Buck.
Damon Hill.
And then you're racing against Verstappen. That's a good example. This is the equivalent of Coulthard being in F1 right now. Brad Pitt being in Formula One. I don't know what. Obviously, I think Brad Pitt's got a deal with Apple Studios. He's a big part behind it.
He's the big name,
produce whatever. They could have got someone like in their 40s. They didn't need to get someone like Brad Pitt.
It's because he's a big name. That's
who's in their 40s? That's a big name like Brad Pitt. Like,
true.
That's the problem. Like,
because you could have portrayed a driver that was like Fernando Alonso's age or something.
Yeah. It's a sticky one
because Alonso was giving him handshakes like "Well, OG." Do you know how crazy that is? That's Alonso's OG.
Do you think that's really funny? Yeah, there's some moments in the movie where you sit there and go, Brad Pitt looks old. Yeah. You're like, that guy.
Even the young version of him look old. Could have just hired another actor, a young actor. You didn't need to make Brad Pitt try to look young. Although Brad Pitt has had crazy plastic surgery, he looks good. He went to the good plastic surgery.
What's the Dr. Miami? Yeah.
He went to the one that you don't even know had plastic surgery.
That one's yeah.
But still, like, the movie, I find it interesting. One thing that I will say that's positive. Let's talk about positive now. Yeah, the audio, the soundtracking, banger.
Oh yeah, Hans Zimmer and all the.
But that's Hans Zimmer, innit? This is what he does.
Roddy Rich and all them, man. Yeah.
I say Roddy Rich?
Not even this song was there.
No, but Hans Zimmer, Roddy Rich.
Yeah, man.
This is what people come to listen for. Like they're like, okay, these men are coaches to this best Hans Zimmer.
I'm talking about like the backing track. I'm not talking about no lyrics or songs or that. I'm just talking about, you know, when they're building up tension and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like that. I say Roddy Rich, Hans Zimmer, get in the studio now. You're mad thing.
Cook up, bro. Oh man.
But I look, okay, so not to derail the pod, but if you're casual, you don't watch F1. What are you thinking of this movie?
Depends on how much of a cinema buff you are. If you're a casual cinema watcher, you probably will enjoy the movie because the visuals are good, the sound's good, the acting is quite good. The plot's a bit ass, but you're a casual cinema watcher, so you don't really care as much. If you're a proper cinema buff, you're like, this is kind of ass. And yeah. And it's also like what level, the same way as what level F1 fan you are. If you are a hardcore fan, but you go outside, you will enjoy the movie somewhat in parts and places. If you're a hardcore buff, but you don't leave your house and like, you know, you smell a little bit, you're gonna hate the movie. But we know what these men were talking about, like the ones that were sitting there and go, oh, they're using Max in the debriefing room.
Actually,
yeah, like dumb man.
They're using MacBooks.
Not gonna enjoy the movie. But like people like me that, you know, oh, I go outside, I have friends, I socialize with people. I'll be like, but I'm a hardcore F1 fan. I'll be like, oh, I enjoy that. Oh, that's a callback to this. Or I can tell that they got this idea from this race here.
Not like, oh, that's unrealistic. Oh, that's illegal, whatever. How much illegal stuff happening in F1? Oh, yeah, Brad's holding up the pack. Of course he's holding up the pack. You could do that.
Bro, we made a meme of Alonso. It's like frustrated, not my fault, after what he did in Monaco 2022. He just backed up the whole entire pack. Magnussen backed up the entire pack. The Williams in Monaco again backed up the entire pack. Crashing on purpose. Spygate. Even members of your team sabotaging your team. Spygate. We've seen all of this. We've seen real nonsense in this sport. So I'm there going, I don't mind. Although the FIA got done dirty, but it is what it is.
Don't ask me how that got greenlit, but I'm just wondering, how does so many things get greenlit? I don't get it. Because there's so many man and organizations look funny in the lights, and I don't get. I was like, I approve of that. Boy, like even the women got done dirty in this film, which I was kind of surprised about.
Isn't the woman based on like Bernie Collins or something?
I heard about that, but are they trying to say Bernie's a bit of a? You know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm saying? Bernie was doing a thing with the team principal or no, one of the drivers. They can't imply that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a bit.
It's
it might be shading there that Ruth Bascom, is it that her name?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but even then, like,
I think
I'm only saying because it's the Irish, Northern Ireland.
Yeah. You're right.
Both characters, but still,
it's unfortunate, and I think part of the problem is the movie is long, but there's a lot of parts that are just missing that could have added to the depth of the characters and made them come across a lot better.
They probably did that, but they had to edit it out because it would have been like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, we would have been turning out the Gandhi movie, bro. Oh God.
They probably actually did that and they thought, nah, that's too long. It's like with the Brad Pitt. Yeah, with the Brad Pitt, like bloody crashing in Vegas and then stumbling and all that. I was like, fam, what?
Yeah, that got cut out.
Yeah.
And then
the mixed scale got cut out.
Like Damson's got, because that's why Damson's character doesn't make sense at times. Because like things are happening, is like that you could tell parts of the movie is missing from his side, and it's like it makes his character not make as much sense.
Yeah.
Whereas Brad Pitt's character got all of his parts in the movie.
Look at the other movies. Look at other racing movies. Look at Ford versus Ferrari.
Banger.
Rush. The characters have depth. you understand what Nicky Lauda and James Hunt is about via those movies, right? Because they actually focused on who this person's about, what this person's about. Same with like Ford versus Ferrari. You understand what I'm saying? You know what these men are about, but this just lacked that. They just needed a better writer, man. I can't lie. The visuals was there.
Writing that down, yeah.
All of that was there. It was proper. Even the crashes look crazy. That was all realistic. The onboards look crazy. So if I'm an F1 fan, you're gonna be, oh no, actually, I'm just talking about as a movie. If I'm watching, I'm a casual person, yeah. If I'm watching Top Gun, I don't know anything about fighter jets, but it looks fucking sick. And that's how a casual would look at this movie. Like it's sick, but it's like, will I watch this movie again? You know what I'm saying?
Also, one thing I'll add about the looking sick is thank God for Lewis Hamilton and his involvement in that racing aspect, bro. Because there was no nonsense racing. Like they were driving like Formula One drivers. As in, nothing was like a bit like, you're changing the wrong gear or you're doing DRS incorrectly, and none of that. It was straight up here. This is what I watch on a Sunday, and they're just like made it a bit more Hollywood.
Do you know that one scene? Yeah, I think it was at the Hungaroring. I think when Brad does that nonsense of trying to call a safety car every like 5 laps. When he came up to the picture and he slapped on hearts and he just stood there like refusing to go, I said that's not realistic. Because usually even when drivers get incorrect tires, they firm it and then they're like, oh, maybe he was right, the driver. Then we'll put him on hards. The fact he was sitting there for about 20, 30 seconds, losing time, and it was like, no, I'm not moving to you, put softs on again. And then they're like, oh, we'll fold. I was like, that's not realistic. I get maybe moviegoers, casuals maybe don't care, but I just thought like, I get you want to add a bit of unrealism, but that's a bit too ridiculous. Unless they're trying to call back to something.
The story of the race, no?
Yeah, that's a drop.
That's literally just something that's added for the strategy that's going in that race, innit? Because it don't work if he's not on the right time. It doesn't matter if he's 30 seconds behind or how long he's in the pit. Realistically, I agree with what you just said. A team realistically, I'm just sorry if you didn't hear me, guys. Realistically, a team principal or anybody like that, they would never ever fold to the driver.
Ever. The man are like, it's about to team to see what he says. So I was like, wow, okay, fair enough.
But to add to what was going on and what they're trying to portray that happened in that race, it added to that story. You can say it's unrealistic, but I think somebody clarting for safety cars is realistic.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing that, but I'm not arguing that, but even it wasn't. So each somehow had 3 sets of softs on them. But
they just wanted to show like, oh, this is what this character's about. This is the type of race series. You listen to me, type of driver.
Yeah, I hear that.
There's a lot of things. There was people I'm seeing posts and tweets and stuff, and just like, oh, that's the MTC. That's McLaren. They should have got somewhere else. Of course, it's the fucking MTC. You think they're gonna go build a whole set? How much time has MTC's been used for movies, bro? It's in fucking Star Wars.
Bro, it's literally one of the best places to go film. It's like, what do you want them to do? Brackley, bro. They're not going to do Maranello because you do Maranello, it's too big. It's Maranello.
Bare Ferrari in the sides.
Yeah.
The one thing about MTC, they have massive McLaren logos all over the gaff.
Yeah. And then, actually, no. Do you know what part? I did not like. Yeah, and we have to talk about this. Two guys cameos, Domino Carli and Toto Wolff. You didn't need to be in the movie, bro. You man did not need to be in the movie. You didn't need to.
Know, Raj, what's unrealistic about the Toto interaction? It's not Toto. My man rejected the Mercedes seat. Don't piss me off, man.
He's like, nah, I love it here.
You're fighting for your life at this Apex, whatever.
He's like, nah, I'm going to I love it here.
Yeah, fucking answer the phone, mate. Yeah. No, Rosh, speak on Domino Carli. I need you to speak on him. Your Ferrari gaffer.
Not my gaffer, bruv. Get him out of here, man. Led my team's demise. Oh, Jesus. No, but the thing is, he was just in there, yeah, and just when stuff is just awkward and out of place, and you're like, a casual moviegoer's gonna be like, who the fuck is that guy? Like, we're like, who's this person? He's not important. He hasn't said anything. Hasn't done anything. It's only us that watch Formula One that know who he is. Will be like, oh, the Kali. Oh, fuck that guy. Like, I don't understand. You just like, it was like self-indulgence, just him being in the movie. I didn't get it. It was just kind of awkward and out of place.
Nah, it made sense though. I hear you, but it made sense. But I'll let you finish.
Have you ever seen him congratulating someone like that?
I feel like it as well. I can't remember. But let's say no. No, but the thing is, from the F1 movie perspective, obviously, if he's the CEO, obviously he's going to get in there one way or another. So, as cringy as that scene was, it made sense because one way or another, even if you are a casual and you watch it and you go, "Oh, who's that?" You'll soon discover, "Oh shit, he's the actual F1 CEO."
No, but,
okay, fair enough.
You could put him in the
Put him on the podium.
better.
Put him on the podium or something.
Not even that.
Handed out trophy in that.
You know when they're talking about Apex GP's racing and they can be like, "Oh, I see, I don't approve of this. It's bad for the image of the sport. You man racing like this." You do that, it's a 30 cameo, and it looks good. It flows in the theme of the movie and everything. And we're like, okay, calm. And it puts the team under more pressure. Him just being there, like, yeah, congratulations, guys.
So as MBS, I went on there.
The thing is, yeah, if it was MBS begs it. So that's realistic.
Yeah.
At every opportunity, he's begging it.
Just like
anytime McLaren win, he's there for Lando and Oscar's just there. Max is like in the background.
Give me a hug.
What's going on, guys?
Moving like Drake. Give me a hug.
What did you try to hug Lewis Hamilton? Lewis aired him. Like, fuck this guy.
Arms out. Give me a hug, bro. Nah, I'm alright, bro.
Man just wants to. He's there for photo ops, man.
Nah, he killed that. Because obviously you have the Zach Brown one where like that felt natural. Vasseur and Zach Brown felt natural. Where Zach Brown's like, yeah, I raced this guy, and it's like, but we don't care about him because he's behind. He's like, we don't care about back markers. We're McLaren. We don't care about back markers. And Vasseur just did the one-liner, which is the very much a Fred Vasseur thing to do. So it felt natural and normal.
Zach said to the scriptwriters, "Let them know I raced. I'm not like these man. I'm a racer." You get me? One thing I did notice: Christian Horner, not a bat.
He was not interested.
Red Bull were just not interested because they were scared of being painted as the villains. But the thing is, if you got involved and did things correctly, you wouldn't be painted as the villain.
Who was painted as the villain? Who was painted as the villain? K-Mag. Bring him back. Sport needs him. When you watch that, you just realize this guy is the catalyst for the sport, man.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Because he's hyper aggressive. Man said, Brad tried to overtake me. Hold that. No chance. And you know what's so funny? That's one of the most realistic aspects of the movie.
Don't kill me.
Also, them taking them 1 million years to make a decision about the penalty with George Russell and Brad Pitt.
Actually, do you know what one of my other favorite parts of the movie is? You know the ending, yeah, with the podium, yeah. You know how that was filmed at Abu Dhabi, end of 2024 Abu Dhabi. There's a reason why you don't really see Leclerc like that on that podium. He was battling the pressure. He just caught L. He was upset, bro. He was like, I caught L. I'm upset. I now have to go film this podium celebration, bro. I don't care.
I was like, leaving Leclerc alone, man. You could have put another driver on the podium, man. You're taking a piss. You can even see at the beginning of that race that it was the title decider between Ferrari and McLaren.
Bro, there's a clip here. You can see the 24 Mercedes, but the movie set in 2023. I was like, they did edit that.
edit. That was it was so bait they recorded all of that in 2024. And I'm like, how are you, man, recording this? Are they cooked? They decided a title battle race is where they're going to cook. they're gonna record this, bro.
You just ran out of. It's like you just ran out of footage and ran out of time in it.
That man said we said we're not actually gonna include the winner of the race. Lando Norris is not there. He does not exist.
Yeah, they deleted them out that shit.
He said he's not involved.
He's
not even in the battle for the podium. Man said he's not there.
It's mad because they filmed the first part in 23, and then the podium.
Oh yeah, the first part. Yeah, when they looked at the track map, that's exactly 23.
That was 23. So at the end, like I think the next day or something, that's when they filmed the Leclerc, Hamilton,
Russell.
and no, Russell wasn't involved, bro. He was just in the plot in 4th place.
Low key, that's Russell's fault. Should have got a penalty. I looked at the incident. I analyzed it in the cinema, bro. I was like, the Russell's to blame on that one still.
Don't kill me, man.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I think those type of aspects, I thought that was realistic, man.
Yeah.
The different types of stuff that happens during the race. I think if you're a non-F1 and you watch F1, obviously there's boring races and stuff like that, but sometimes shit like that happens, man. And I think that's an accurate reflection of that. Yeah, obviously Lewis Hamilton is the producer of it, isn't it? Yeah. I see even Roscoe got in the credits, which is crazy.
But Roscoe got more screen. But Roscoe got more screen time than like half of the drivers.
Yeah, they said Daniel Ricciardo's in it. I didn't see Daniel Ricciardo once. Roscoe was in the movie more than Daniel Ricciardo.
Bro, I see Ollie Behrman's in the credit. I'm like, I didn't see.
Where was he?
Bro, he just got credited in the movie. I'm like, what?
I think if we was to rank the top 5 drivers that got shown the most, I think it was Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Leclerc,
and Sainz.
And apart from my club scene, we just seemed to.
We didn't see him in the club scene.
Do you know?
Because obviously you see K-Mag's car, but you don't actually see K-Mag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that how you only see Ocon when he's racing? Because the midfield battles, like the Alpes just doing up nonsense. So it's like they got included in the movie because they were just doing up rubbish. Like in Hungary when they crashed into each other, they get added to the movie. Like, yep.
Yeah, they include that bozo moments, man. Absolute bozo Alpine moments. But what was I going to say? In that sense, I think a lot of the stuff was. If you're one of those people like, oh yeah, it didn't have this, it didn't have that. Look, he opened the DRS in the wrong place. I want to hear none of that. One of the things where, like, when he had the race start and he just started, he cooked everybody. I was like, this guy's moving like Kimi Räikkönen in 2020, bruv.
I got that, yeah. Not these steps.
Just like, this is, and that's realistic. Because Kimi Räikkönen was doing that shit. He was packing everybody. If he qualified P19, he's packing everybody in front of him for at least 5 positions.
Yeah, man, all of that. Same way, even the crash that they used for Brad Pitt's character that ruled him out of F1, that was based on a real crash. That's real footage. Some of it is real footage from a crash.
Yeah. I don't know how they transposed a lot of that. A lot of the moves they made, a lot of the stuff that happened is literally real footage, but they put the Apex G, the graphics people put it on that car. Like there was like an overtake Hamilton did on Leclerc, but they made it look like Brad did that.
Yeah.
Which I think that's seamless, bro.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
That was real good stuff, man.
So visually, I think they did a very, very, very good job. I think if you're an F1 fan, you're nitpicking little things. If you're a film buff, you have every right to nitpick the script because it's not cooking.
Yeah,
everything off track's not cooking. They didn't even show the slow development of the car getting really, really good. That man slapped one little skirt in and they're a rocket ship.
No, because they were like,
we bought a whole new car. These men brought a side skirt, bro.
That was McLaren.
No new floor, nothing. No new rear wing.
No, the whole point. I think the point of it was, she was like, "Oh, I'm doing a new front wing," and then he's like,
"It's for combat."
It's like, we need
it's like, I'm going. I need a floor. I need a floor.
Combat.
I said I need a wing to drive through dirty air. I think every F1 team wants a wing that drives through dirty air.
Oh god.
My God.
We got to get him on the corners.
How's
They
that
got us
safe?
on the straights.
That's
And then
not
I heard
safe.
the commentator, they're gaining a quarter of a second through the corners. I was like, huh? Brother, if you're gaining quarter second through the corners on a lap, you're winning that race, bro.
You never know. That man just could just be a bit ass, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so I went into that movie thinking I'm gonna evaluate if Mr. Brad Pitt, Mr. Sonny Hayes, if he's an elite driver. And also I was checking if Franklin Saint
If I did not call it by his real gun, if I call it by the drug
Franklin
dealer,
Joshua
name,
Pierce. No, that's
it's just-
just
I don't. Brad Pitt gets his name in it. He's Franklin Saint. Yeah. Until he does a couple more movie roles where he loses the Franklin Saint thing. It's like Harry Potter. I ain't calling that brother Daniel Radcliffe. You're Harry Potter, bro.
for
You are
life.
Franklin Saint. Yeah. And if they were elite drivers in it, yeah. My takeaway is that they're not elite drivers.
What they get in the Saba?
The character. I think Franklin Saint's got the speed to be on the grid.
yeah, but we saw Colapinto's number pull up in the Williams in in Abu Dhabi, bro. He's better than Colapinto.
One thing is there were strategy merchants. Go long. Preserve your tires. How about go fast? How about you I didn't see them qualify on pole once
I didn't see them qualify.
on the front row. Yeah, everything just skipped. Like we're not doing qualifying.
No.
This is why quality don't matter.
No.
That's right, bro. If the movie if Hollywood said quality don't matter, bro.
No. The reason why quality don't matter is because they couldn't put the cars at the front of the grid in real life.
Nah, they could have skinned it on there. On a
That's
Red Bull.
skinning it on there. But I'm talking about, when they film it, yeah, like, then they still with that at the back, yeah, and then skirt it off. You can't do that in real life. You can't have them, 1 or 2, and have the rest of the grid start from 3 or 4. Do you know how insane that will look? And you're like, yeah, because we're just doing this for the movie.
Yeah, but why the same way they did, like they transposed the car on other cars, they could just do that from a visual on the top or something.
100%.
From a side angle to
Different angles,
like
you can't see the best.
4-4-3. Just replace signs or something, or Oscar, and just put their car on top
100%.
and make it look like they qualified higher up. And then another thing that I said, one thing I will say is their car was illegal, bro.
Don't finish.
Whether it was espionage or not, because they took off that side skirt, yeah. Straight away, there were back markers. How can one side skirt make you a back marker, bro? That's like right now. If I took one part of the McLaren, it's not going to the back. It might go to 5th or 4th. It's not going to the back, bro. Therefore, I'm putting their technical team on fraud watch.
Like that Keddy's on fraud watch, yeah?
Yeah, she's on fraud watch, man.
Yeah, that shit's
Sleeping with a driver in the pub when you're supposed to be in the wind tunnel.
Is it? Exactly, man. Yeah, it's all mad. Oh, defend it, Ranch. Go on, defend it.
I have nothing. I'm sorry.
Defend it.
I'm sorry. Woo! Almost said her name incorrectly. Is it Condon?
I was gonna say but yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
That same thing. She needed one, but yeah, sorry. Yeah, whatever.
That was the most diabolical scene. I was like, you know what? Yeah, they need to do. Actually, I realized what the problem was. Wait, when did they see? I want to know when they filmed the Vegas scenes. Was it 24 when they filmed the Vegas scenes?
I think it was last year.
I think it was 24 because I saw the thing where Brad is like stumbling, whatever. That was in 24 because fans were recording it and putting it on Twitter.
They said edit
that crash was crazy. I think of all the crashes, that was nuts. Man was basically on the boulevard, bro. Car went high.
But it was an IndyCar crash, yeah. You know when you do the oval IndyCar crashes? That's what they did.
I can't lie. I think that track is the scariest for crashes, Vegas. It looks nuts. Even like what Lando's crash a couple of years ago when the car bottomed out. That looked crazy because you're going so fast.
Or
Strolls
Jeddah.
as well.
Jeddah as well, yeah. But they didn't.
I mean, that's an obvious one. Yeah.
Also, all of this happened half season. They didn't even do a full season in the movie.
No, but that's because there's too many races, bro. In this the midi-cardi era of Formula One with like 24 races, that's too many races.
Nah, full commitment, man. Go to Bahrain and that, bro.
Go to do the whole
Go
thing,
to
bro.
Australia.
Baku and that.
Yeah, gotta do the full thing, man. Go to Saudi Arabia, bro. Fucking hell.
All right, so Sonny Hayes is the elite driver, Richard.
No. Tupac Ahmed.
Tupac Ahmed.
He's not built for combat.
Is he 2020 Raikkonen?
I think he's worse.
No, I think about there, man. Look, yeah, better than Hulkenberg. He brought home a podium. Better than Hulkenberg.
He brought home a win. What are you on about?
Yeah, brought
that's
home
inherited win as well. That's not on pure pace.
True,
yeah, that's
true.
That's Gasly and Ocon,
Hamilton and Damson got robbed.
Yeah, look, that's the Ocon and Gasly wins, bro. He got his Ocon and Gasly win.
Matt said Sonny Ocon, you know. Fucking hell.
Inherited wins. I was like, this is George Russell, bro. Inherited win, you know.
That is Austria shade. That's what it is. I've just done the Easter egg.
Also, did Lewis Hamilton say, you know what, we can do red flag in AD?
Yeah.
That was his insertion, isn't it? We're not doing safety cars. We're not doing safety cars. You could do red flag.
It's bare funny, yeah, because the scene where there's the red flag, yeah, and he's looking at Dabson, yeah. I'm like, what does Lewis have ever looked at someone like that angrily before? What's going on here?
Rosberg.
I said, fuck that you, man.
Hey, sometimes Hamilton used to look at Rosberg crazy, like, yo, fuck this guy. 2016 that's a real F1 beef, bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But one thing they made out, like you said, Aranch, the drivers were all hyper aggressive, bro. Even Hamilton was trying to put Franklin Zane in the wall, bro. I don't even think Hamilton would do that in real life, bro.
No. One time I almost put Checo in the pit in Turkey. It was 2021 Turkey when he was
put him in the pit wall. Yeah.
He put him in the pit lane. I was like, they just won. You got added. You got spice this up for Hollywood. And I do not feel sorry for Sainz, bro. They just said, yeah, Carlos Sainz bottled in AD, bro. Just trying to make
he just went wide in that from the pressure. I was like, this is bullshit, bro. Right? why is the Sainz getting cooked?
Hey, they said he attracts the baddies, but he's also a big bottler. I was like, damn, represent the mud. But you're muted.
There's a car upside down on F2. Oh my days.
Wait, who? Who is it?
I don't know. There's a car upside down on these heads. Halo saved him, bro. Shit. Red flag. Sorry if you're watching this, guys. We're in F2 sprint race for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I turned it on myself, yeah. But I was like,
one of the Trident cars.
Is it Crawford?
Whoever drives for Trident, according to Chris Medlands.
That's scary accident. One thing about this Austria, there's a lot of accidents. A lot. People they get trigger happy. The drivers. They're like, let me just hit someone because that makes me feel.
You know what I mean? You send it on someone and just clock someone else. Shout out Brandon Modoa. Did the mission for me, bro.
That was poor driving, man. Never know like that was Sonny Hayes-esque driving.
Bro.
Okay, what do you think about when them two were going wheel to wheel? Franklin Saint and Sonny Hayes. Did that look realistic?
Yeah, because I think was it
when he came back from injury in the Spa and he just clotted him and just like, nah, I'm back. Franklin Saint.
Yeah,
no need, you know.
That was Rosberg and Hamilton
Yeah, I know that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Yeah. Nah, that was realistic. Yeah.
That was realistic. What about the Will to Will with Silverstone where they just double DNF? That was Spain, innit?
Yeah.
But they did the reverse. They said they were fighting for last, not for the win.
Yeah.
They're fighting for 19th place.
Yeah.
And they both DNF'd. Hey, I'm sacking both drivers. That happens. Can't lie to you.
Man took the steering wheel off the car. I said, yeah.
Also, one thing that I thought wasn't realistic is this guy tested out the car in Silverstone, writ off the car. Yeah, you got the seat.
You done a Singapore always? Did he crash exactly like it? That was the Easter egg.
He crashed like MBS when he got in the Renault. On the pit straight. How you crash on the pit straight in Silverstone, bro?
Hey, he was under 1 second, bro.
He made it.
Bottles,
And
bro.
then in my mind, I was like, Frankie Slater's a fraud because this guy crashed the car and he's within a second.
Exactly, you bottled
Brother
the final
crashed the
sector.
car.
You did the Lando Norris, bro. You're setting purples and just run random yellow sector for no reason. I'm like, bro, what?
And then you let this old man come off the street, straight from Heathrow, you know.
Straight from Daytona.
Ain't been in an F1 car for 30 years.
But yeah,
And he's within a second of you. Don't piss me off, bro.
It's all mud. It's actually all mud.
That is unrealistic. That's like me telling Damon Hill, get in the whip right now. Be within 1 second of Kimi Antonelli in Silverstone right now.
I mean, yeah, that was just a number of things that I thought was unrealistic, but I thought, it's Hollywood, isn't it? Hollywood tax.
it's for the plot, bro.
It's for the plot.
Like, a bear catch is gonna be like, Brad's about 55. I don't like this. They're gonna be like, yeah, Brad Pitt. No.
Okay, what actor could have done it?
How old's Michael Fassbender? He could have done it.
He's an actual racer, though.
Yeah, but
That's why I would
Yeah,
have.
so that makes it better.
No, but the problem is he a star?
He's Le Mans driver act. He's Magneto. What do you mean? Is he a star? He's Magneto.
No,
Show
there's
some
a
respect,
difference,
bro.
bro. There's a difference. There's a difference.
He's 48. He qualifies, bro.
He's fucking in Inglorious Bastards. Come on, man. This is not
Yeah,
some no
but
name.
my mom doesn't know who that guy is.
He was in 12 Years a Slave with him Brazy.
No, but it's like, okay, let's say for example, you put 4 in the whip. Chris Hemsworth.
He's like he already done a racing movie. That's Hunt,
actually
bro.
true. Shit.
That's Hunt. You
Nah.
can't do that.
I forgot. I'm thinking because I'm there going through Marvel actors. I'm like,
He's
Captain
Steve
America.
Jobs. This guy, Michael Fassbender. There's another racing driver. That guy from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
He's
Patrick
a racing
Dempsey.
driver, no?
Okay,
Yeah, he could have done
Patrick.
it.
Okay. Oh, put Malcolm in the middle of the whip, bro.
No, you're fucking taking it.
He's a racing driver.
This.
You're taking
He's a
it.
racing driver.
No,
He's a
man, he's not
racing
talking
driver.
like that. Let's not do this.
Nah. He ain't a big
Everyone
star,
knows
bro.
who he is, though.
Nah,
He's a racing
He
driver.
looks younger than Franklin Say, bro. How's that gonna work?
Yeah.
No, he
What's his name
doesn't.
again?
Have you seen his hairline, bro? He's cooked, bro. He looks older.
What's his name?
He must be like 35.
He's 39.
So he qualifies.
So he'll be younger than Hamilton and Alonso,
Yes.
and they'll have a propaganda comeback.
Mm.
Let's not do this, man.
Yeah, but
I think Michael Fassbender would have been the guy for the role.
Mm.
But then I don't think Michael Fassbender could have been the American guy doing a mad thing. It would have to be like, he's European or English doing a redemption arc. I don't think he could have done the whole. Well, Michael Fassbender's German, innit? But he can do a very good English accent.
German Irish, yeah.
But I don't think making out he's an American. Actually, no, he could do an American accent. I think he would have done a better role. I'm not saying Brad Pitt was bad acting or anything like that. He's Brad Pitt. He's doing his thing. But I don't think the age profile matched.
No.
It was a bit
Brad
too
looks old, man. You might as well put Bruce Willis in there, bro.
But do you know the problem is, was there any crashes in the 2000s, that looked like they ripped man off in Formula One?
What do you mean, Rip, man?
Kubica?
Kubica was what? That's not in. That wasn't in Formula One. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was.
2007.
Oh,
I thought we talked about the rally crash,
No.
the Canada crash.
No.
Canada
He
one.
said in the 2000s that he meant that look
But
like
it has to be early 2000s.
What about that crazy crash, Weber? When he went
2010.
flying. Oh, that was 2010 though. Yeah.
It's a bit too late. Like we need like 2002. We need like 2001.
If you're looking for crashes in 2002, 2001, just look at Coulthard, bro. I know he's got one.
Oh, kill.
I know he's got one.
Because you grab one of those, yeah. Then it's like, oh yeah, we can kind of you can make a young actor work.
Oh shit! The only thing that I found for Coulthard is the plane crashing.
Oh shit.
That works.
Yeah, put that in the movie. So I was in there with Nigel Farage.
Man was in a plane crashing and just cooked the next race. You gotta respect it.
You have to respect it.
Bro, I'm finding BBC highlights. I'm finding BBC articles from the 3rd of September 2001. You know.
Don't kill me, man.
All right. Is there going to be a sequel? Did they say there was going to be a sequel of this movie?
No.
Not at the moment, no. I guess it just depends on how well this does. Then
Is it F2?
Yeah, F2, bro. They're going to follow Charles Leclerc until he's
Just terrorizing Albon.
Oh, yeah. Nah, there might be. I won't be surprised if there's a sequel. I don't know what direction they'll go in, but it's Hollywood, man. It's a money grab.
Apparently, they're doing something with Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise was there at the premiere, and they're gonna
He's another one.
They're gonna do something like Days of Thunder, but with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, because Days of Thunder is what NASCAR, isn't it?
Yeah.
That movie's a sick movie as well. That's a good script.
You can't say Tom Cruise is a good actor. He's 62. Brad Pitt is younger than him.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise is out here, bro. Are you watching Mission Impossible?
He's outside, bro.
He's out here, man.
Formula One.
Yeah. You know Tom Cruise, yeah? He would have said, I'm going to crash the car for real. Let me crash 180 and it's about a Bonica for real. And he would have done it. And he would have walked
He's
out.
like, Silverstone, I want to crash where Max crashed. Let's run.
I'm going to do faster. Let me do 210 miles an hour.
Hey, wait. You man reckon, yeah? You know when Damson crashed in Monza, yeah? You reckon when Grosjean watches the movie, he has a PTSD moment. You know, like Dunkirk, yeah. You know Dunkirk where the veterans had PTSD. Is it shell shock where they're watching Dunkirk and you think that happened to Grosjean?
I watched Dunkirk and for real, I watched the IMAX. I thought I was in the war, bro. You could hear the planes over your head, bro, dropping bombs, bro. So if Grosjean watched that movie in IMAX, he might get triggered.
Especially since conveniently, Damson burnt his hand as well. That's one thing I noticed as well. Just like thing he did.
What, he really burnt his hand?
No. When he was in hospital,
he
done a shot of his hand being burnt. I'm like, bro, this is like for like, bro.
I was like, you man are taking.
That's the only injury he got as well, you know.
Yeah. So the Damson.
Which is crazy. That just shows they're trying to say the safety of these cars. Look, man, only thing he did is burn his hands, and the car just blew up straight away. You know, on impact.
Crazy. Yeah.
Which that doesn't really happen in Formula One. A lot.
No. Last time happened was
the car blowing up on impact.
Yeah,
I think Grosjean was the last one.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. Was it because of the angle? Because obviously I've seen the survival cell of the car.
It's because the car split.
Tank,
yeah, because the car split and then the fuel just threw it. Yeah, all that shit. So it's just a really weird crash.
I remember watching that race live, yeah, and then you just see you crash, and you just see the car just explode. You're like, I was there going, did I just watch a man die? Like,
I said the same thing.
Yeah,
do you remember? We was on Discord.
Did he get cut out of the movie?
I remember, yeah, watching that. We was all on Discord when that happened. I said, bro, I've just seen a man die in F1, you know. Now I know how that man felt when Senna died. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane.
Bro, you know the crazy part about Senna passed away is the fact that Schumacher saw it happen. He just saw man go off the wall and go smack her. And
that's like a real crazy what did he call it? Not like butterfly effect. What is it like? There's a word for that. I don't know, turn of events or something like that. Like for him to see that before he even won a world title, and then he goes to do it. It's a whatever the term is, yeah. Like turn of events or something. Yeah, that's mental.
Crazy work.
Mental. But yeah, man. Any last thoughts? I enjoyed all the Easter eggs of the film. I enjoyed it. I was like, I noticed that. That was fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of callbacks, and then
Mahad didn't even notice any, which is funny.
Only when I spoke to you afterwards, and I was like, oh yeah, I was watching it like it was all original shit.
Bro, they got.
I've never seen that one before.
Bro,
I
they
watched
got.
F1 for 20 plus years. I was like, yeah, I don't know what this is about. What's going on?
Bro, they got modded Donnelly footage. They like Spygate, Crashgate, all these things.
The
one thing is when Brad Pitt didn't have his lucky card in Vegas. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna drive headloss. What? The Baffin act. You ain't got your card on you, yeah? That's like me, I ain't got my bank card, yeah? When I go out and I need to withdraw some cash, guess what? I'm robbing the bank.
Where's my Amex?
That's the overreaction that man did. Man said, I ain't got my lucky card. Fuck this. I'm doing a mad thing on this track. And it's, again, Perez, he's just like, let me kill Perez. Fuck it.
Everyday beef and
the pit was like, he's driving angry. No time management.
He said, I'm ripping through these tires, boy. Give me slipstream, give me DRS. I'm ripping
that
through
made
these
no
tires,
sense.
boy.
That was just like, this guy's not mentally stable to be in a Formula 1 car.
Yeah, that was just vibes. Yeah, I just said, yeah, these are vibes. Yeah. I just accepted
We
that.
say that, yeah, but watch Matt Verstappen.
Yeah, no.
He just
Verstappen is not. Verstappen has head loss, yes, but Verstappen hasn't like. I haven't got my lucky charm on me. Fuck it from the start. I'm clarting someone.
That's Senna, bro.
That's the equivalent of what happened.
Instead of I'm on the wrong side of the grid, I'm plotting this guy.
Yeah, because them times you used to argue for what side of the grid was pole. No. If they brought that shit back, where you can kind of argue for which side should be pole. People will be head loss. If Max would be head loss if they said no to him. I want the pole to be on the left, and they said no to him.
All I'm saying, yeah, I've seen Senna smash into man. We watched what Max was on in Mexico. It's realistic, bro. There's head loss and cars turn into weapons.
Ranch is a Brad Pitt.
Aficionado.
No, Brad Pitt is aficionado.
No.
Brad Pitt helmet account. Sonny Hayes helmet account.
No.
Back my driver, man.
It's the opposite. I am a disparager of Senna and Verstappen, yeah. So any bullcrap driving that Sonny Hayes was doing, them bad did it too. They're the inspiration. I paid that inspiration behind all the bad vibes.
That's what I approve of that shit.
But yeah, I would watch that. I would. I don't regret watching it in the cinema. I think it's a good watch. I think it's a good move for F1. It's going to promote F1 further. Probably bring in new fans and stuff like that. But me as an F1 fan, would I watch it again? Nah, man.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. I'd recommend it to people. I'd be like, yeah, go watch it. Yeah.
Okay, 10 years from... Okay, let me ask you this. 10 years from now, you're chilling, Netflix is on. Oh, yeah, the F1 movie's there. Are you clicking it?
Depends on how big my TV is. It depends if I have a cinema room. If man has an elite cinema room in my yard, maybe, you know. But if I'm if I'm living in just like a normal house, absolutely not.
Like, it's the same way I haven't watched Rush again. I thought Rush was good, and then if Rush came out right now, I'm not gonna watch it. Why? I've seen it.
I can't promise that, brother.
Ford versus Ferrari was like actually good acting and good storyline, but they lacked the car stuff. They lacked the visuals.
I can't front, bro. If I see Driven on my TV, I'm watching that, bro. That's
I watched it
terrible.
Recently, I watched that Gran Turismo movie. Have you man seen it?
Yes.
No, I still haven't seen it. You know, I forgot about that movie.
I went to the cinema to watch that. Oh my god!
I watched it because it came on Netflix the other day.
It's on Netflix.
It's a very interesting movie.
Do you know what it is?
I've seen clips and that, to be fair, and I'm like, yeah.
The only reason I backed the movie is because it's Gran Turismo, and I love the franchise too much.
But the way they made out, like this guy is not a hooper, man.
If the movie was called Forza, yeah, I would tell the truth about that movie.
Man said Gran Turismo PR.
Man said, I'm Forza, bro.
That game. I don't think it reflects the game badly. I just think it reflects the driver badly. They made him look a meaty, man. Man got into real cars and then it got spooky for him.
Bro. The thing is, the problem with it was, yeah, is that also the fact that, yeah, too many motorsport nerds, yeah, watching the movie, yeah. Because, okay, we know everything was shot at the Hungaro ring. We don't care that they're saying it's shot over here.
They're saying that Silverstone, but clearly it's the Hungaro ring.
That's Brands Hatch. I could tell by 10-13. I see the trees. 45 millimeters to the left. I can tell.
That is Brands Hatch. You can't trick me. Excuse me, that Paul Ricard.
I can tell by the lines.
Bro, it was like they're like, oh, the Nissan won the race. It didn't win in real life. I was like, I don't care. It's a movie, bro. It's not real life. It's just based on real life, but it's a movie.
Somebody watching the F1 movie and watching AD and said, Sonny Hayes didn't win that. It's not the fucking grid. What are you on about? It would have been more realistic if you finished last. Come on, man. Okay, I don't think F1 fans are going to enjoy it.
No, again, like I said, there's two groups. There's the normal F1 people, normal people who like F1, and then there's the weirdos. The weirdos are not going to enjoy the movie. People that can function in society will like the movie, will enjoy parts of the movie. It's just about being normal.
Which a lot of F1 fans are not.
Is that watching goal and complain about it being unrealistic, bro? It's goal. What are you talking about?
One of the greatest strikers ever seen. Are you mad? Don't piss me off about that movie, bro. They made out like this guy was unbelievable. Man like Santiago Munez. I went from off the streets to Newcastle to Real Madrid. And he was doing a Mazzolini. But I think there was the only thing I didn't like on the racing, I would say, is they made out like this guy was progressing, cutting through the field like he was in a different whip, bro. To me, man. Show some patience, man. You don't need to show 3 overtakes on one lap, man.
He's gonna get the move on, bro. That's it.
It would have been more realistic if they were all DRS overtakes on a long straight.
Where was the DRS trains?
No DRS train. He started the DRS trains. That's realistic.
They were at the other ends of the DRS trains.
I'm saying one thing I will say is doing a DRS train in Monza is insanity, bro. Holding up the packet in Monza is insanity, bro. How much DRS zones there are? How much long straights there are? You're gonna get dunked on, bro. You could have done that at a tighter track, like Singapore. You could do that in Singapore.
Yeah.
If you're elite at positioning the car and stuff like that, that would have been good for Singapore. The tracks are very selective. Like, why was Spa in like November?
It's just for the put on the movie, man. They were just like, bro. It's like Spa was one of the like Silverstone.
They skipped Singapore on Baku.
Yeah, no.
So we're not involved.
Spa, Monza, they were like, these are heritage tracks. We're doing business. And then Mexico has the cool podium, so we're doing business in Mexico as well. And then AD's the finale, so we've got to show that off. The rest of these tracks are like, we do not care. Qatar, where's Qatar? Doesn't matter.
Kota, they didn't really care too much about either.
No, because they did.
I
Vegas,
I
innit?
thought they would have eaten at Kota because it's America.
No, that's what they did in Vegas instead. They're like Vegas. Yeah, this is our America.
Oh, it's more for the casuals. Like, oh my god, these guys races everywhere. They race everywhere, even Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what the numbers are after the first week about viewing and stuff like that. If it's in the box office, what it did, whatever. A lot of the IMAXs were jam packed
That's it.
on a weekday.
And that's why I was at the midnight viewing.
And was it packed?
The middle part was packed. It was the sides that were empty.
Maybe you was on the wing, yeah?
No, but that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's the thing. Let's say, for example, IMAX, I watched Dune 2. But at midnight, it's packed. Even the side bits.
Yeah, but you have to realize because the movie's been out for a couple of days. That's why that midnight viewing was a bit quieter. Because all the other viewings were packed.
All right, so we'll see what the numbers are. If there is good numbers, I think there will be a number. The second one still. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm Sonny Haynes' long lost son," and it's like, I don't know, Timothy Chalamet or something.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. And like Tom Holland's on the grid. He looks exactly like fucking Lando Norris. Like, how do you know the difference?
Literally.
Tom Holland's realistic because he's literally the same height as F1 drivers and build.
No. The problem is, it's kind of funny. You know when they're standing next to the F1 drivers, yeah? It's bare funny because you can tell that these men are not F1 drivers, yeah? Because their necks are bare small. You see the IMAX with these thick necks.
Oh yeah, because they were next to Lando and Oscar. Like these man don't look like F1 drivers. Next to Lando and Oscar and Max and Perez, these men do not look like F1 drivers.
Bro, it's like they had to spend a bit more time in the gym, like.
What they could
They were in good shape, but they were in F1 driver shape.
Yeah, they're like, I ain't got time for that. I'm not getting a big neck for a movie, bro. No, I ain't got time for that. That's what it would have been. But fair enough, man. At least he actually got to drive the car.
Franklin Saint's agent.
That was the most pointless character, bro.
He
was just there for girl.
He's like, I'm here for vibes. I'm a bad agent. I'm a bad influence.
I was not.
Man's about to lose the F1 seat. You know what? I'll give you IndyCar seat. Test it. IndyCar test. Not even another F1 seat. IndyCar test. Not even an IndyCar seat.
Bro,
after the rookie year, he's like, give up on F1. We got an IndyCar, bro.
He's moving like me. He's like, don't worry about this, bro. We're going to the club, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You're racing tomorrow. Don't worry about that. We're going club, bro.
Man's racing tomorrow, you know, and man's getting him drinks. This is the worst manager of all time, bro.
It's the thing is, it was never like, the PR event. It's never like they're doing the PR branded Heineken zero alcohol drink. Man getting him a Long Island iced tea, bro. All the shots in there.
So we're getting smizzy tonight.
Where are the buzzballs?
Man says buzzballs, then 70 laps next day, you know. Absolutely insane, bro. And you're a rookie as well. Bro, that's the worst type of manager, bro. That's why you can't have managers from ends.
No, you can't have managers from ends.
You can't have managers that you're brethren from ends that like to turn up.
That's true. That's actually true.
Instead of being in a simulator, like, yo, link up, man. Festival.
We're going to take, bro. Come through.
Bro.
Forget wireless, bro. Forget about free practice.
But I said, future booked up this club, this casino right here, bro. We're in there.
We're going bound for bound with future.
Yeah, we're doing bottles with future, bro.
We're backstage with Drake. We're backstage. I've got you backstage, Drake wireless. Vibes.
Bro. Bring him out stage.
Well, like, brother, I swear this guy just had a race. What's going on right now?
No. After a race is fine. We know these men are after the race.
I swear this guy just finished qualifying.
Quick helicopter.
Actually, to be fair, in the first Vegas race, it was before practice, Leclerc was watching the boxing, bro.
No, but if it was in between practice, that's bad. If it's before practice, that's not that bad. They got these men doing stupidness before practice on Thursdays. I've seen these guys at. I remember one time, what was it? The first Vegas. They had Signs and Norris playing golf on Netflix. Like literally playing golf. I'm like, bro, these man got free practice tomorrow, you know. So I can understand the stupidness, but I'm saying, yeah. Anyways, movie, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I'm sticking with that. I can't lie. From my opinion, I think for the general public, maybe it's a 7. I don't think people are gonna be like, oh, that was a waste of my time type of movie.
Yeah.
Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my 6.5/7. It's about in there. It's like it's just the cost of living crisis has made me go into IMAX a bit annoyed about the movie. But if you go in Odeon, yeah, you'll be all right.
I said if you go and view on a weekday, £5.40, you're good.
Oh man, yeah. I'll stick to 7.5. Visuals carried it, man. But yeah, everything else is. But yeah, man.
I think the only credit I'm giving Dominicale is that this was a good investment for the sport.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna eat off this stuff.
More vision than Bernie back in the day. Yeah,
I've never seen a promo like this for a movie in a very long time. How many interviews are Brad and Damson gonna do?
Bro, my YouTube recommendations follow them. They're interviewing with man I've never heard of before. I'm seeing like Entertainment Daily and all shit like that.
Where was that interview, man? Pagans.
True, man. Should have got interviewed still. Should have tapped him with a race or something. Man. No, I'm surprised they win in the movie actually.
Yeah. There's only Natalie Pinkham and Tom Clarkson.
And what Buxton got bare lands, bro. What Buxton was basically had as many lands as
F1, bro.
Will Buxton's everywhere, even on the video game. When I'm playing the F1 game, this he's box office, man. He's collecting checks, man.
He's eating too much, you know. Fuck, you know. He had as many lands as fucking Damson, bro. Shit's crazy. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's enough for the F1 review. So yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to do the usual. Follow us on social, stuff like that. Twitter, Instagram, Apple Podcast, Spotify. You know this thing already. And we'll tune in. We will see you next time for a review of Austria. Peace.